Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we have some crazy news that came out. I'm not even sure if this was meant to come out, but Dylan Lad, has decided to, share with us what exactly is going on. I literally made a video earlier today about not knowing what was going on, and now I apparently know more than I think we're meant to be honest. Let's go through this article because it is very interesting. I am just going to zoom in for you a bit as well. We're going to go through it. All really interesting stuff. So, Legends of Runeterra's upcoming patch 2.19 is adding permanent PV game mode expansion, game mode to replace the old Lab of Legends Path of Champions. We knew that already. No big shock there. A mini champion expansion will also bring Jayce to Piltover and Zorn alongside 9 other cards. We are getting 10 cards in total. Jayce, and I assume, a couple followers, and then maybe like a card or two, maybe one card for some of the regions, I guess. I would think. They're not going to bring Jayce out on his own, I don't think, but maybe they will. Who knows? Maybe that means one for each region? I don't know. Anyway, Riot Games' long-awaited Netflix series Arcane is a week away from releasing. In preparation for its launch, Riot is hosting a multi-game crossover celebration similar to its last Sentinels of Light event. Aside from the new cards, the event will include the first mega event pass previously teased in the roadmap. While the price of the premium event is the same as the others, 975 coins, there's a lot more content to extract from it by playing the game. So, now it's talking about Path of Champions, the thing that will replace Lab of Legends, and it builds upon the varying Lab of Legends formulas of the past by allowing players to strengthen their deck with items for cards and passive powers that allow them to run through scaling enemies. We could have guessed that. Unlike the original Lab of Legends and Saltwater Scourge, completing Path of Champions runs adds to your overall reputation, which gives future decks stronger starting bonuses. So essentially, you play it more, you get weirder and wackier stuff going on, essentially is what it seems to do. Another exciting, this is what it looks like, by the way. I shouldn't just skip over this. This is what apparently it looks like. It looks very clean, looks very polished in here. It seems to be some kind of maybe boss thing going on at the top there. Don't know what that is about. We got some levels here. Level 2 Ezreal, level 4 Victor, I think that is in there. So, all pretty interesting. I guess you play as Jinx or Vi, maybe Jayce. Another exciting new addition to the game mode is the inclusion of animated comics periodically appearing for certain characters. Since the mode is tied to the celebration of Arcane, there will be storied shorts at the beginning, middle, and end of the run for main figures of the show. Jinx, Vi, Caitlyn, Echo, and Jayce. These could be the playable characters, I guess. That might make sense. The newest draw to Path of Champions is the introduction of RPG-like elements of multiple endings. Depending on the choices you make during a run, you can influence the conclusion and find a new animated comic short upon completion. All of these aspects combined add a lot to the replay value of the game mode. Trying to achieve each ending, find alternate stories, and bolster the power of your starting deck are exciting prospects. Exciting prospects indeed. Who doesn't love, finding all of the different endings to a story? I think, there are a lot of people that do that, and I can very much see myself doing that as well because I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. I will say, I do hope it's more like Lab of Legends and Saltwater Scourge. I don't know what... There were some things wrong with Saltwater Scourge, so I hope that because this is tied to an event and it's kind of important, I guess, for Riot as a company, that, this is what they've really been focusing on for some time. Here is Jayce. I guess this is maybe the Jayce art. These two photos could be the Jayce art, I guess. I don't know 100%, but there's a 1 and a 2, and they look very much like a level 1 and 2, so I think those are the art. For the new 10, this is big, by the way, what I'm about to tell you. For the 10 new cards being added to LOR, Jayce himself is an exciting 4-mana champion that pushes the cast a 6+ cost spell archetype that's found in both Piltover and Zorn and Demacia. So that archetype initially was meant for Heimer and Lux. It never really came together. Jayce is a 4-mana champion that is to do with cast a 6+ cost spell. So interesting, right? Similar to his League of Legends counterpart, Jayce can become a versatile threat by granting himself Quick Attack or Challenger. So Jayce's thing in League obviously is the sort of 2 forms, and it seems like they're bringing that in. I'm guessing this will be a play effect, grant Quick Attack or grant Challenger. Whichever one you want. I would guess he's, going to be something like a don't know, what would you give him? Maybe like a 3-4 or something? If you want to make a caster 6+ spell, I think you'd want a higher, you know, health stat than attack, but maybe not. Upon leveling Jayce, after you've cast 2 6+ cost spells. So again, this is telling us what the champion is. So the level up is to cast 2 6+ cost spells. How easy is that? I'm guessing that it's not I've seen and that it's just cast. How easy is that to do? You know, you probably won't be leveling up Jayce till like turn 5 or 6. Because that's quite tricky, but it's possible. An acceleration gate is created in your hand, which gives your whiteboards an easier way to finish off your opponent. Don't know exactly what that is. Could be something like grant, you know, or give units overwhelm, or, you know, give units extra attack, or, you know, stats, or whatever it is, right? You know, give all your units something. In his level 2 form, Jayce gains a potent ability. Potent. English. Ability that lets you double up on the first 6 mana or higher spell you cast each round. So, you know, if you play, I don't know why Remembrance is the one that comes into my head, but it is, you know, you play a Remembrance, you get a second Remembrance, 2 units for you. You know, whatever it is, you play Vengeance. Does that work? Because wouldn't it target the same thing? So you kind of don't want it to do with like Minimorph or Vengeance or anything that targets. You want to do it with things that, you know, give you stuff. You know, Progress Day. You want to draw the extra cards. You know, all of that. Very important. Interesting though. You know, what's it called? Glorious Evolution. Give everything -2 cost. Why not? You know, go crazy with it. This is gonna... Treasured Trash would be an interesting one. Due to Jayce's ability to choose through 2 high-value keywords as a 4-mana 4/4, so they answered my question. 4-mana 4, wow, okay. Players can make him a pivotal threat against many decks if they're able to read the current situation correctly. While the current 6+ cost spell archetype isn't the most prominent force on the ladder, Jayce and his new support cards are looking to push the strategy forward. Upcoming cards like Albus Feros serve as both a boat that tutors for Jayce and a payoff after casting multiple expensive spells. So he has a boat as well. You can try out new Path of Champions and collect Jayce in patch 2.19 is released next Wednesday, November 10th. Arcane goes live on November 6th. So 2.9 is coming out on Wednesday, November the 10th. But we just got a card release essentially in the form of text, which I don't think I've ever seen before in this game, but I thought it was very interesting. So let's evaluate this. Obviously, I can't look at like the other. We know he has a ship, but obviously I don't know what the other cards do. But let's just quickly talk about Jayce, because I'm sure you're all interested. So he's a 4-mana 4/4. We're having to try and imagine the card. 4-mana 4/4. Level up is, you know, need to cast 2 6+ cost spells, and the ability he has is to give himself either Quick Attack or Challenger. So straight away, a 4-mana 4/4 with Challenger has uses, right? That's gonna have some use straight away, and it's gonna come in handy, no doubt. So that's pretty good straight away. The fact you have that duality, the fact you have, you know, just the chance to pick off a unit. Jayce looks okay, right? The ability to grant yourself an extra 6+ cost spell when you play it when leveled up, also pretty nuts. We're going to have to think about what the best 6+ cost spells are to use. That's basically what it's going to come down to. But obviously Jayce will come out, I assume, with some more 6+ cost spells. Otherwise, that would be very weird. So Jayce is going to come out with some that are probably going to be the best ones to use, if we're being honest. As I say, stuff like Remembrance is going to be pretty good. Stuff that gives you stuff is going to be pretty good. You know, and that's kind of the way it goes. Obviously, there's going to be synergies here with Lux. There's going to be synergies with Heimerdinger. There's going to be synergies with anything that wants to play spells, really, let's be honest. And there's going to be a lot of cool things, I assume, that you can do with Jayce. It won't be that easy to level him up. You know, not early on at least. But I think because, you know, he has value as his level 1, and then gets potentially like a ton of value in his level 2, that's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good in my opinion. And, he's also going to give you some way of, helping finish off your opponent when leveled up as well. So Jayce to me as a whole, probably going to be okay, but it is going to depend somewhat on what 6+ cost spells come out. He is going to be, reliant on there being some good spells there that are 6 or more mana. But I would doubt they wouldn't print, at least one good one. And, with Remembrance as well, I think you could probably get away with Remembrance still. I think you're probably going to have an archetype there. And obviously, we just saw the buff to the card, the Vanguard Sergeant, that gives you a 4 Demacia as well. Piltover and Zorn Demacia for the first time. Will it work? It very well could. I was shocked that this has come out. That basically we just have a full description of what's going on. So yes, November 10th is when this will go live. So that's when patch 2.19 is. You'll be happy to know. And we basically got a Jayce reveal. I'm sure someone is on this subreddit now, like, just coming up with a custom card or whatever. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Jayce is coming, and pretty exciting stuff. So I'll see you next time.